Hey guys, I have an entire bin of resources that I want to share with you today. This is kind of like part resource haul, part resources that we have owned for a while that I plan on using this school year. So let's just start things off here. I shared a little clip of this in my last video. This is really cool. I was so excited to find this. This is a magnetic map puzzle. So I got this at Costco, but I will leave the link of a very similar one that I found on Amazon below. But it is a puzzle, so you got your like puzzle pieces. There's 80 pieces, so not every country is a separate piece. But some of the bigger countries are multiple pieces, but this is gonna be so good for learning geography. It also came with this little My First World Atlas, little information about some of the different countries. I haven't really looked at this yet, but it comes with a magnetic, these are extra pieces, so some of the smaller islands came with extra pieces, but I just thought this was so amazing. It comes with a magnetic board. So you get the board, which I'm opening here, and just so happens to be in my daughter's favorite color. So here's your world map, and it shows you kind of like where to put all the pieces. And then they are magnetic, of course, and they're in the colors. So every continent? Every general area, I guess, is a different color. Not quite the continent, like Europe is all green, and like half of Russia, the part that's part of Europe is green, but then this part is part of Asia, and that's not all the same color. So what do I got here? Oh, I got part of the United States here. This is Hollywood, so it just like goes right on there. Yeah, this is gonna be great for learning countries and just having fun learning geography, I think. I might be finding myself doing this, listening to an audiobook sometimes too. It's not super challenging because it's 80 pieces, but I think it's pretty awesome. Probably my favorite thing here. Okay, I'll put that back together afterwards. One of my goals this year, especially if our little foster kids are going home, which if you follow my personal channel at all, it's looking like that is going to be happening. One of my goals is for us to sit down and listen to audiobooks together as a family, or at least me and the older kids. We used to do this a lot, and we would color and do all sorts of things. So I've been like gathering different items that we can use during this time, different like things to keep our hands busy, but we can kind of still be thinking, like following along with the book. And some of them are a little bit more brain power, so I'm not sure if they will work so well. One of the ones here is Boggle. So this one uses your brain a little bit more, maybe you wouldn't be able to listen. I love the Boggle game, like what a nerd that I am. We don't have the game, but this is just a bunch of letters, and you have to like use it like Boggle without having to actually have the dice. So there's this, we got it for $1 somewhere, sometime. Dot to Dots. I have had this Extreme Dot to Dot book since I was a teacher. So that would be since I was pregnant with my daughter. So it's been a while. This is more than 11 years old. This one has, let's see, each page is kind of from somewhere between 418 dots kind of is the lower end to 1,339 seems to be the most. And so like that's your page of dots. And then they've got the answers in the back, which is nice. Let's see, I'll show you. Pretty intense. So I think my kids have done, I thought they had started some. Oh yeah, there's one started, two started. So we should probably use this book. We've had it for a while. Then this one I bought from Usborne a few years ago. I was a consultant, and this is a rub-on transfer book. So you get a bunch of these, they're kind of like stickers, but you have to use a popsicle stick and rub them down. And then there's different pages. So this is like Japanese spring blossoms, and you have to like rub them onto the page. this book I bought for my daughter, and she started using it a couple weeks ago again, and so this would be really good for audiobooks. Then we have like an adult coloring book kind of idea. This one, I think it was just from the dollar store a few years ago. So just random different things in here. This one is definitely not the best that I've seen. Oh, this one was, I don't think she's used this in years. This was my daughter's. So there's a couple cool pages. So I just threw that in here. If we don't use it this year, some of these resources need to go. But I want to find a really good adult coloring book for myself. I used to have one, and I filled most of it up. The pages that are left I'm not really interested in, so I need to find myself a new one. Then I've got, I guess this would be not for the audiobook time, but we have these funny fill-in, like Mad Gab type things. We have a couple of different ones from these. Whenever I see them at the dollar store, I grab them. This one's the ocean one. It's really good for learning like nouns, verbs, adjectives. And then I found this. I think I found this one on Book Outlet. This is a sticker book for older people. I started doing this one. So I did like this part of the fox, but it's mythical, a mythical fox. So there's that. This is really good for like fine motor, and there's more in this series as well. Then something we always like to use are the Brain Quest cards. So I have grade 3 for my son, and then just so happens the other day when I was thrifting, I found grade 6 for my daughter. It was like in the section of Value Village where they have like baggies and like random assortment of toys. I found these, and I also found a set of Canadian ones. So I got grade 6 and then like Canadian, I don't even know what it is, history and geography and stuff like that. Okay, and then I found like this book of dot to dots, mazes, jumbo, fun, random things for my son, for him to do when we're listening to books. Some of this, what's the difference, things in common, color by number, random stuff like that. Just throw it at the tripod. And I really like the dollar store, you guys. I like activity books, which is maybe very not unschooling of me, but this is Pirate Things to Do. So this was just a variety of different things. It comes with stencils, and you have to give like the pirates some headwear. There's a dot to dot, create some signs, spot 5 treasure chests, can you match each pirate to a shadow. So there's random things. Some of it's a little bit below my son, but that'll be fine. Oh, and then I got him a 100 numbers to 100 dot to dot. So I showed in my preschool video that I got numbers 1 through 10 for the preschooler, and I also grabbed numbers 1 through, I think it was 50, that I just thought I would keep on hand. And this one's 1 through 100, so that's cool. And then I also found a Spot the Difference book. This is really good for like, I don't know, finding details and increasing your observation skills, and some of these are really hard in here. So I was finding it difficult. And then there's another big book of Spot the Difference. This one is maybe on the younger spectrum, but I just thought it would be fun. And then we like these Usborne sticker books. We've had this one for quite a few years, but it still has lots left in it. So this one is the sports one. So you gotta find the different outfits and put them on. It's got tennis, and then it's just got like the pages of stickers. My daughter has gone through quite a few books like this in her day, so there's that. Oh, and then at Costco the other day I found this book of cutting, pasting, and drawing. I really wanted it for the cutting scales for the preschooler. I need to buy him actual scissors. Yeah, that'll be good for fine motor skills. There's lots of different things to cut out, and then there is a section where you cut them and then paste things together. So then you work on your gluing skills, and then there is a whole section on like 4-step drawing, which is definitely above the preschooler, but either we'll get there or maybe some of the kids will have fun with that. And another thing I got from the dollar store was this grade 2 skills. I thought it was really cool because it has like mapping in it, and so this one is Canadian, and it's got like the different provinces and kind of like how to learn how to use maps. And then it's got some other stuff in it. Months of the year, symmetry. This is grade 2, my son's going into grade 3, but I thought he might enjoy some of this. Skip counting, fractions, so I thought this was kind of cool. That's the thing I think with homeschooling is you're less afraid to grab something that's like the wrong grade. I mean, it says ages 7 and 8. He's 8. He's not grade 2, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. And then the last like fairly new thing here is I found this day in history. This is a 2022 desk calendar, but I mean, like, there's no reason we can't start using it now. I haven't even opened it. So they tell you different things that happened this day on history. So the day this video is going live will be what will it be? The 20th. So let's see what happened August 20th. Oh, this is a musical one. I can't pronounce his name, so I'm not even gonna try. So there, I guess it's just one thing from history, but that can like open up like conversations and different things. So I got that. Now there's a couple library resources in here and then a couple of resources we've had for a while. I got this kind of, I think this is a game. I'm not really even sure how to use it, but it's the food chain card game. So you got carnivores, herbivores, and omnivores, I think, in here. And I don't know, that was just something I wanted to kind of like reinforce with my kids. So we'll play this game after I figure out how to do it. And one thing I decided I want to do this year is I'm going to follow Ambleside Online's art, what's it called? Kind of like their schedule. So they do a specific artist, a specific composer, and possibly something else. I'm not sure. So we're gonna do the artist. I've got a book out already with the artist, and I know some of our Usborne famous paintings have like a variety of different artists. So I've always wanted to do art study stuff, but have been overwhelmed. And I just read on Ambleside, like all they recommend doing, or this wasn't on Ambleside, it was possibly linked from Ambleside, is just show them a piece of art. I think is it one piece each week or each month or something? It's something really easy. And there's even links to the different pieces of art online. And just display it for a few minutes. If they have questions or they want to talk about it, feel free. Otherwise, whatever, it doesn't matter. And I was like, I can do that. So we're going to do this, and then I think also we're going to try to do the composer as well. But I might just start easy, and we'll start with art and then go from there. We'll see how it goes. Then I want to pull out these mind bender things that I have. I got these books, I shared them in a previous resource haul. The Little Book of Big Mind Benders, the Little Book of Big Brain Games, and $299 on the go games and puzzles. I got these from Book Outlet, and we have a lot of fun doing these together, so we'll just like randomly pull these out and do them together. As well as other things we're going to randomly pull out. I have a bunch of like brainbuster cards, like trivia cards. We got dinosaurs, nature, pets, ocean life, space, creepy crawlies. We have no plans to specifically study any of these things this year, but I did for a while, I think it was last summer, specifically put out like one resource each morning for us to kind of do together or the kids to do on their own, and I would like to get back in that. I did a day in the life last year where we did that, where I shared a little peek into that, and I'll leave that one linked in case you're curious. We did a lot of fun things. Oh yeah, okay, so then I have a couple of different, this is my book. This is what is it? Kind of like a word puzzle game. So this one has like word wheels, snake words, word ladders, and such. And kids can use this. It's just different. There's like a word in here and you have to figure out how to get to it. And I think this one you figure out how many different words you can make. Stuff like that. And we've got word search. Something we've had for quite a while are these story cubes. They have different pictures on them and you roll them out, and whatever it lands on, you have to make a story with those things. And previously my kids have very much gone from like one of the icons to the next one, but I think it'd be fun this year to get them to develop their story skills a little bit more and get them to create a bigger story, not just say, you know, like we were on a parachute and our key fell out of our pocket, like, you know, not just going from like one thing to the next. We got bananagrams a few months ago. I don't think I ever shared them here. It's a fairly popular game among homeschoolers, great for writing, and I don't know, we've had a lot of fun with it. And I feel like it works even if your kids are a variety of ages, because we generally tend to help each other out, and if someone's stuck, then we look to see what they can write with their letters. This one I just got from the library. It couldn't just happen, and I fully intend to purchase this book. This was recommended on Ambleside for grade 6, and it's knowing the truth about God's awesome creation. I plan on getting my daughter to read like a chapter or 2 a week, and it goes through Earth in our universe, so like different reasons, how life began, evidence from living things, humanity in God's nature, and the book that didn't just happen. So it just gives evidence as to how Earth began and how things, why we know what we know. And then also the case for a creator. This one is so short. I feel like the font is misleading. It looks like it's for like 3-year-olds. It says it's for ages 8 to 12. It only has a couple chapters, so I'm going to get her to read this. She's very interested in this because we have a bunch of different resource books. We've talked about like evolution and stuff before, but you know, like it always comes up in books when you get them out from the library and stuff. And it's one thing to know the truth, and it's another to like know why. So she's really curious about those. And then the last thing is, I think I'm going to get her to read the story of the world starting with the ancient times and get her to read a couple chapters a week. This is, I think they consider this like neutral as far as religion goes. I would prefer maybe to do like mystery of history. We have done that a little bit in the past, but I have a hard time getting my hands on a physical copy of that, and this one is available from the library. So we're going to stick with this. We own book 3, so we'll use book 1, see how that goes. We may switch that out. But I just wanted to show you a variety of different resources that we plan on using this year, in addition to the ones that I shared in our curriculum videos. So if you have any resource suggestions for us, let me know. Yeah, and I will try to leave the links to everything below. Thanks for watching, guys.